What is happening there? J Gaming Dude here, and I like stuff that's bad. I like partaking in the it's so bad, it's good, or funny, or entertaining levels of enjoyability when it comes to things that are of extremely poor quality. So it probably doesn't really surprise you to notice that I would be interested in seeing what the worst games of 2024 are, according to Metacritic, as we have here in this Kotaku article. So I figured, hey, why not actually go through it and see what we have going on? So let's start the slideshow with Skirt Ritual. Okay, so this is actually I think this was supposed to be a multiplayer horror game or something, but I haven't actually played it. I know that it's actually really bad though. Like, I've heard about it. So what's the actual 55 on Metacritic, so that's actually surprisingly high for one of the worst games of the year, but sure. This appears to be another attempt at a small studio making a COD Zombies-like wave-based shooter, but critics didn't appreciate the game's lackluster combat and bad matchmaking. Oddly, the game's Steam reviews are mostly positive, so perhaps the devs are improving things since its launch. Or maybe it's just got a good, tight fan base. Die by the Blade, it's got 54 and it's on PC. The game is described as a 1v1 samurai fighting game, and according to reviews, that's all it really offers. Many reviews complain about the lack of content as well as bad camera work. One reviewer even suggested it felt like an early access game sold as a full product. Ouch. The 1v1 samurai fighting aspect of it makes me think of For Honor. I feel like this is supposed to be a For Honor clone, except that rather than having 3 factions, you've only got one single faction for the whole game. I guess so. Maybe? Who knows? I mean, that's just me attempting to kind of extrapolate from what we have here in terms of actual info about the game. I've not seen this game before. I'll just mute the audio, but okay, it doesn't look good. It feels like it has some yeah, why does it feel like it's kind of For Honor but fighting game, but also has some elements of what is that fighting game where you grow old the more you die? You age more you die. Eventually it's gonna come to me, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I really do not remember. Holy crap. But yeah, moving on. Funko Fusion. This was going to be a bad game from the beginning. Funkos don't look good, so why on earth would Funko Fusion be any good? There's a bunch of buggy aspects to it. Apparently some achievements were also really bugged up. I was gonna buy this game for under $10, but unfortunately the auction for it went over $10, and I was like, I'm not willing to pay more money for this garbage that looks absolutely rubbish. So yeah, sure enough, it's sitting on a 54 on Metacritic, so that's making it one of the worst games of the year. Let's see, what do we have here? So the person who wrote this article actually wrote the review for it. Funko Fusion could have been something fun, a wacky adventure mixing together different franchises and worlds. Instead, it's a boring, annoying, barely functional third-person action game starring ugly Funko Pops solving bad puzzles and fighting the same 10 enemies over and over again with guns and laser pistols. Don't play Funko Fusion, save your money, buy you some pizza, and watch one of the movies included in this collection instead. It will be much more enjoyable. That sounds like a much better time, yeah. Silent Hill: The Short Message sitting at a 53. So this was actually a free-to-play game that was released. And it says here in the description, it's Wild at 2024, one of the best games we played was Silent Hill 2 Remake, and it absolutely was. Meanwhile, in the same 12 months, Konami also released The Short Message, first-person horror game that wasn't very good, which people most likely forgot, and I think, to some extent, they were attempting to recreate what PT was in the form of The Short Message, but unfortunately fell flat and didn't actually, hit with people as well as they kind of hoped it would. Surprised to see it on Metacritic though. And this is a game that I have but haven't started playing. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Test Drive Unlimited coming back, but it seems to be more in the form of what The Crew was, it seems like. 53 on Metacritic. The original Test Drive Unlimited was awesome, and absolutely, I agree, and was in many ways the predecessor to Forza Horizon's big open worlds. Solar Crown, on the other hand, is a buggy disaster that players don't enjoy, and which wasn't even playable for a few days at launch due to server problems, and they did in fact give some free stuff on top of the fact that players couldn't play during those 3 days, and if you bought a more expensive version, you did have to pay extra, I think it was. And it has 3 different release dates based on how much you paid. Okay, I just noticed that was there now, but yeah, sure. TMNT Arcade Wrath of the Mutants sitting at a 52 on Metacritic? Okay, I thought this would have been better. Oh, no, you know what? I see what's wrong here. It was developed and or possibly published by Game Mill. I feel like that's kind of all you really need to know. But anyway, quick and bare bone ports of the 2017 arcade game that has a title that sort of sounds like a popular movie. So yeah, take it for what it's worth. Game Mill, I don't think I need to say anymore. Numata, 52. Another one. Perp Games and IGN. This horror game was made by one person, so credit to them, they shipped a mostly working game. That's not easy, but Numata isn't very good with poor level design, bad enemy AI, and not many scares. I mean, honestly, how could it look? Oh, what would it look like? So, it looks from the no, it looks rubbish. When anything moves, it looks rubbish. Okay, never mind. I get it now. Anyway, moving on. Taxi Life, a city driving simulator. I bought this game. I haven't started playing it. What the heck? Is it 51 on Metacritic? This is a pretty looking game that lets you drive around Barcelona as a taxi driver. Sadly, it's not much fun to drive, offers little depth, and there is much better transportation systems out there. Also, as a crazy taxi fan, which I am too, this game lacks Offspring music and big jumps. Boo. Okay, I appreciate the jokes. I've never seen the gameplay for this game, so I did buy it for like super cheap. It was like under $10. I mean, it looks fine and it looks pretty, but I suppose if that's all you're doing, it's understandable. Though I guess that's also kind of what I was expecting from it. It doesn't seem to be, I feel like we're expecting too much by expecting everything to be a crazy taxi, especially when in the name it says it's a city driving simulator. So there's that aspect to it too. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports, 47 on Metacritic. And when the trailer came out on Nintendo's Indie Direct or third partner showcase or whatever it was, it looked rubbish then. I'm not surprised that it scored a 47 on Metacritic, which I can't believe that's on PS5 as well. Jesus, yeah. Also, Game Mill, I don't need to say anymore. Right. Anyway, moving on. I think Game Mill pretty much has it on pack right now. Number 1, I wonder if it's a Game Mill game. Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash at a 44. I forgot that this game came out this year. And it's by Bamco, of course. Okay. If you Google Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, you'll find a lot of people calling it the worst anime game released in years and bragging about how they refunded it quickly. Others are warning people not to buy it. I'll quote one negative Steam review: Roblox JJK games are more worthy of your time. Wow. Okay, because I was thinking about getting this game at some point. I didn't realize how bad it was. So unless it goes on an extremely heavy discount, I feel like I'm not going to be touching it either. So fair play. That was an interesting group of games. I didn't expect to see some games on there like City Life Simulator, the Taxi Sim rather. Interesting to think. But hey, with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about this list of worst games for the year. We are only in the first week of December, so maybe there might be some more additions later on in the month. But I doubt this list is really even going to be updated all that much. But hey, happy to go through some absolute garbage tier content to have a look at the worst games of the year. So with all that being said, let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. Like the video, like the subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of next year. And with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.